Hello, and welcome to another episode of Kulturespark. Today, we will be taking a look at the latest release by NECA Toys, and this is the ultimate Frankenstein's Monster. So this is the black and white version that I have, and I'm also planning on getting the colored one, but not anytime soon. And as far as I know, NECA would also be releasing the other characters in the series. They've already shown prototype images of the Mummy and the Wolfman. So this is really something to look forward to, especially for those of you who are fans of the Universal Studios Monsters franchise. So before we begin, just a brief background about the character. Frankenstein was a 1931 science fiction horror film based on Mary Shelley's 1818 novel Frankenstein, or the modern Prometheus. The monster here was portrayed by no other than Boris Karloff. And this was produced and distributed by Universal Pictures back then, and the film itself was a commercial success upon its release, and was generally well received by both critics and audiences alike. Frankenstein had a tremendous significant impact on popular culture that it became so iconic that in 1991 the United States Library of Congress selected the film for preservation in the National Film Registry as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Alright, introductions aside, let's now take a look first at the packaging. And the first time I actually saw this, I was simply amazed.
It's truly amazing
At how it looks. To some, it may look simple, but for me, this actually reminds me of those classic movie posters that came out back then. Okay, so this is the front, and the sides, the back of the box, and another profile shot of the monster here too. So this is a flap cover. You got your Velcro right here. I don't know what's inside. I haven't seen it yet. This is the first time that I am handling this figure right here.
Open it!
So without further ado, let's open this flap cover now. And that is simply amazing. I mean, even if you look at it from the outside, I can already tell that this is an absolutely good figure. You got your accessories and what have yous right there. I love this. I love this shot here. This looks wicked. Man, look at that. Classic Frankenstein's monster right there. Okay, well, I can't wait. Let's just crack this thing open, shall we? There he is, Frankenstein's monster. Wow, I am simply blown away with the details on this figure. You can really tell from afar that NECA Toys really did an exceptional job in creating this character right here. So we'll be taking a look at the figure right now, including the accessories too. Okay, so here he is. Up close. I'd like to call this the I just got out of bed and haven't had my coffee yet look. So and got the gash on the forehead right there. Got the bolt on the neck. And he has two interchangeable head sculpts too. Here they are. Okay, so I don't know what to call these looks yet, but this one is his semi-smirking or laughing look. Actually, it looks menacing, if you ask me. And the other one right here is his look. Yeah, and personally, I'd prefer the lazy head sculpt here. And yes, you can change them by pulling the head, that ball joint right here. Let's replace that with one of the head sculpts too. Yeah, it's a bit tight, but looks perfect. And here's the other head sculpt. I just had to do it off cam too. Okay, so I just put back the I just got out of bed head sculpt there. As I mentioned earlier, I prefer this look on him instead. But all three head sculpts, they are just stunning and will definitely add more life or expression to the character. Articulation, he is articulated with that ball joint right there. And you can look up, stare down, sideways, and shoulders. This is a rubbery material, so there's a bit of a restriction when it comes to the articulation here. Here's your elbows. And these are the default relaxed hands. But yes, he does come with the set of interchangeable hands right here. So this pair is the choking or the aggressive hands, while the other one is intended to hold the included daisies. Here. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, the shackles don't open, so you just have to remove the hands and slide them inside the wrist right there. The hands can easily be swapped by the mushroom pegs. So I did this off cam here, and yes, there you go. He can hold the included daisies. It's really small, so you really have to be careful. You can actually lose this in the process. Moving on to the remaining articulation on this guy. There's a bit of a bend there in the torso, like that. You can't actually see it because of the jacket seals shut right here. Soft rubbery material in the crotch area. He can move around like this as well. Legs, knees. Wow, that's so tight. And a little bit of ball joint movement right there, your feet. Now I know some of you might be wondering and will be asking, why is there only limited articulation on this figure? I mean, duh. He's not really human, right? He was just created by Dr. Frankenstein. So basically, he just mimics the movement of a zombie. So I guess that explains it. And for size comparison, we have here, let me show you, another character played by Boris Karloff. And this is from the Diamond Select Toys The Mummy. So yeah, that's pretty much on par. And he does have an included sarcophagus, which is like really damn heavy. And here is the Crypt Keeper, also by NECA Toys. Hi there.
Hello there.
And lastly, here is Scarlet from your G.I. Joe Classified Series line. And she looks really small. Standing right next to this imposing monster right here. So overall, this is really an exceptional action figure and perhaps very outstanding representation of the character himself. Good job, NECA Toys. I really can't wait for the other releases from this line. I'm really looking forward to the other characters too. So overall, this is an exceptionally well-made action figure right here. Good job, NECA Toys, for bringing life to this figure, and I can't wait for the other releases from this line. And if you guys are also a fan of the Universal Studios monsters, I suggest that you add this guy to your growing collection. I highly recommend it. Any thoughts, ideas, and suggestions? Do sound off in our comments section. I really enjoy reading your comments and interacting with you guys. Unfortunately, there's this weird algorithm going on wherein some of the comments that you made in our previous videos aren't really appearing on the videos itself, but they do show up in our notification. So my sincerest apologies if I haven't responded to your comment because of that kind of thing that just happened. That's about all the time we've got for today, guys, and I'll see you soon in our next episode. Later days.